Hello everyone, happy Friday. Danielle Stimpson here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad you are here with me. If you are new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you are watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description box below. You can see all the days and times that I am regularly here, 5 times a week. And if you'd like to learn more about my online Reiki classes, community Discord, crystal shop, or social media, all of that's down below as well. If you're here live, go ahead and click that live chat button and make any requests that you have for your personal well-being, whether it's general or specific. Our first 30 to 40 minutes will be building a crystal grid to the support of all of the requests that everyone here live has brought. At that point, we will have a brief explanation of Reiki, and then I will turn the lights down, turn the music up, and send Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. If you are watching this on the replay, hello and welcome from the past. We can invite you to either skip ahead to just the healing at about the 30 to 45 minute point when you see the lights change, or you can go ahead and enjoy some nice instructions and info about crystals. And yeah, so excited to have everybody here. It's good to see you all. Oh, wonderful. I see lots of requests. So let's go ahead and dive right into the grid. Fantastic. Okay, great. So I started us off with some copper as normal to go ahead and break up any blockages, get that energy flowing. We also have, as we've had some requests lately, I've kept some repeats here. I've got some clear quartz, which helps to amplify any kind of intentions or requests. I've also got some citrine, which helps to manifest financial abundance, as well as balance intuitive input with intellectual input. And Herkimer diamond, which can help to harmonize energies that are maybe out of sync with one another, also helps to open up intuition and allows us to manifest what we're seeking in a way that is connected with the spiritual highest good of everyone involved. So glad all of you are here. And I'm just going to dive into the requests. Let's see, I've got Cora Carr, Grace, Jennifer. So glad to see you all. So glad to see you all. I'm doing well, thank you. Oh, okay, good. We've got clear quartz, amethyst, citrine. So I've already met you halfway. Lapis and carnelian, you got it. So let's see what we have. So lapis helps with not only pain and inflammation, but also with honesty, integrity. It helps us to embody those principles. It also helps us to attract some folks who would also have those same principles. It's one of the stones that's thought to aid career path and development, and even help with things like disorganization. And here it is, this beautiful blue filled with the small pieces of pyrite in it. Lapis can have quite a bit of gray and white inclusions. We see that especially in specimens that come from Chile versus the specimens that come from Afghanistan, which tend to be a richer blue with less of that white. But either way, they're lapis. So let's go ahead and put some lapis in here. Actually, you know what? Let's also bring in the rose quartz. Rose quartz helps to bring in an abundance of intense love energy that is all about balanced love, measured love. It's love that does not care about circumstance or situation. It's just there no matter who you are, no matter how you are. It can support the heart chakra in feeling bathed in non-judgmental, abundant, life-sustaining, soul-affirming love energy. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring that in. And we will put some lapis on top of that. We've also got amethyst, which helps us to live up to expectations, to balance our spiritual connection with physically manifesting those intuitions and the intuitive guidance into actionable steps. It helps us to mature ourselves and grow and live up to responsibilities as well. So I'm actually going to put these here and here, and I'm going to go ahead, and I feel like I want to move the lapis on top of the amethyst. So there we go. And the other one you had a request for was carnelian. Carnelian aids with relationships. Much like Herkimer diamond, it can help to balance out of sync energies between different people, including groups of people. So whether it's a family situation, a living situation, a workspace, a team environment, this is a stone that can help folks to look at how we can work together and how we relate to one another. It's also a stone that helps us to unlock any issues or blockages around sexuality. It's often used for fertility. It's all around just a wonderful stone. So we're going to go ahead and bring that in on top of the rose quartz because I feel like they've got some similarities there, some overlap. Fantastic. So there we are starting that. And clear quartz, amethyst, citrine, rose quartz, lapis, carnelian. Got it. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Korakar. And we've got, oh, you love lapis? Yeah, me too. Let's see. Integrating post-treatment. Oh, post-ketamine treatment. Awesome. I hope it's working out really well for you. And inner child healing. Absolutely. We've got Rhodochrosite is great for inner child healing, especially if it has to do with fractures in the maternal side of things. This is one that helps with the physical heart and circulation, or so it is thought, but it also helps the heart chakra. Mother-child bonding, especially if it's often a gift given around adoption for that purpose. It helps with anything from connecting to our ancestors, to our deceased loved ones and pets, our mother-maternal type bonds or absences and issues therein. And it also helps us to connect to inner child and that sort of work. Helps stress headaches as well. And I feel like, let's put that here and here. And I also feel like I want to bring in some epidote here. It was just sort of an intuition. Epidote helps with everything from recovery from illness and injury, which, I mean, we could all use that. I actually pulled a muscle in my back. I could totally use that. But it also helps things like whenever we're doing any kind of therapeutic, working on older patterns or things that happened when we were younger, there's the potential for negative self-talk. And so this can be very helpful for that. So when we put ourselves down and things like that, whether that's our voice that we've internalized from others, if it's the voice of another person who said these things to us, this can be very helpful. It also helps to regulate the nervous system and is helpful for the skin in some instances. So I'm going to bring in epidote, and I really hope all of this helps you. Go. And let me know if you hear any bells in the background on my side. I'm fostering some beautiful kittens. who happen to have ringworm, which is why they're not running around the house. And because they've had ringworm their whole lives, they were in a little tiny cage at the shelter. And when I brought them home, they now have run of the bathroom and were confused by the notion of toys or play. And I've broken through the wall and they are playing. Yay! So I can hear their little bell ball like going back and forth. Super excited to hear them playing. But if you hear it, let me know. Unakite, absolutely. Unakite goes along really well with Epidote. It looks very similar too. It helps with everything from body fluids and metabolism to sacred femininity and anything involving women's health, from fertility to metabolic changes to perimenopause, postmenopause. Also, anything having to do with marriage and good relationships, and even addictions, including smoking. This is considered a big anti-smoking kind of stone. If you're looking to end that habit, this can be helpful. So yeah, this is a great stone. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. Hey, Violet Integration. Hope you're doing well. I'm really happy to hear that the ketamine therapy is helping you, Jennifer. Yes, Christina, I will bring in Red Tiger's Eye and explain it again. What else have I missed? Let's see. Oh, healing intention for your Achilles pain. Oof. Depression, back, and grieving. Crystal request: Jet, Tourmaline, and Celestite. Cool. Which Celestite would you prefer? Which Tourmaline would you prefer? I have pink Tourmaline. I have black Tourmaline. So let me know. And I have Tourmalinated Quartz. But yeah, I'm feeling like pink Tourmaline might be the best to support you there, but let me know if you feel otherwise. Amethyst, Iolite, Labradorite. Jet, Labradorite, Herkimer is out, Moonstone. Okay. Awesome. While we're on the theme, we'll bring in some Moonstone Healing. This helps connect with lunar cycles. It also helps to get in touch with the divine feminine, aids intuition and access to arcane knowledge and wisdom. Aids intuition. It's considered a protective stone if you're traveling. Also, Tourmalinated Quartz is excellent for that. And also to attract love and work with divine timing. Moonstone. And Jet, Tourmaline, Celestite. You got it. Jet is one of the stones I use most frequently in cases of grieving. So this will also go for Korakar, who's had a friend who's lost another close loved one too in not that long a succession. So Jet is volcanically fossilized wood, meaning it's fossilized wood that didn't take many years to get to the point between wood dead wood and stone very quickly through volcanic activity. And so as such, it shows the movement from being one thing, having to give up everything that is to become something else. It's a stone that allows you to deeply sit with grief and to sit with that kind of shadow healing, all of the feelings it brings up. It's not a surface level grief stone. It goes really deep to help heal the deep, deep wounds there. There you go. Also going to bring in Celestite. Celestite we often used here for help with pain. It helps to open up the upper chakras quite a bit, and that really just decreases the experience of pain because it brings us into our more spiritual nature. It also helps us to connect with our angels, our angel guides, and especially if we're looking to connect with our angels to help find the best path forward, and maybe anything having to do with using integrated energy therapy, which is an energy healing system similar to Reiki and yet also quite different. It works with angelic energy to help us align with our soul's purpose and move along that path more easily. So yeah, Celestite can be wonderful. I work with IET, or integrated energy therapy, as well as Reiki. And thank you for being here, Grace. I hope that helps. Hey, JS, good to see you. Vincent, excellent to see you too. And Kanishka, welcome in. I can absolutely support you with that. So I'm going to go ahead, and before I go into the rest of Jennifer's stones, I wanted to bring in the red tiger eye. Red tiger eye is protective, and it helps to manifest cash in a hurry as well. But this is highly, highly protective, including intentional kind of malevolence, whether it's something on the intuitive realm like psychic attack or negative energy work, negative spell workings, things like that. But it also helps the way that these things show up in, you know, the terrestrial reality. Things like bullying, things like sexism, gaslighting, misogyny, all of those kinds of things. It helps to shed light on potential triangulation, things like that. So if you've got a situation where an individual or individuals is causing any kind of negativity towards you, whether those actions are terrestrial in walk-a-day life or magical or both, this is a stone that can be highly protective for that, especially if it's related to work. But yeah, it's also considered a great stone of calling on financial resources, especially in a hurry. So we'll go ahead and bring this guy in. Next is iolite, which is fantastic for a lot of different things, but it's especially fantastic for things like sleep disturbances, connecting with intuition in a very grounded way, including very intense spiritual meditation like shamanic journeying or visionary meditations of any kind. It helps to make those psychic connections, but ground them as well. And so it can also help ground that energy if it's disturbing your sleep time and your rest time, which it can. There's also indications for weight loss and best money management. So iolite for sure. Labradorite. Another stone that is intensely helpful for better sleep. It also aids in things like research, finding any kind of information, whether it's a pattern or whether it's just one fine piece of something that's out of alignment. Like if you're looking for one line of bad code in a, seeming needle in a haystack situation. Also great for studying, learning things from a variety of perspectives. This is a stone of research, study, and even in some cases, it's thought to help like detective work to some extent. Tiger eye more so, but definitely this is helpful. This is one that I often gift to folks or recommend for folks that are working with things like coding and working with things like finding the needle in the haystack of information or what's gone wrong, any kind of detective work. That's one that I recommend it for, but it's excellent for helping sleep. So that's why I'm putting it close to the iolite. We've already got Amethyst, Herkimer. Great. Thank you for being here, Jennifer. It's good to see you. I'm glad things are getting better. Support for your friend Patty, so we've done that. And future someone. Yes, lots of love to future someone. Support for your mother with long COVID. And Vincent allowing money and wealth. You got it. Which stone is what, Christina? I'm sorry. Labradorite is the last one I did. Iolite, this one has to do with money management as well as connecting with visionary meditation, shamanic journeying, all of that kind of stuff, and psychic disturbances as they impact sleep. Labradorite is the one that's better for not only helping sleep, but also for seeing things in a greater perspective, being able to see the detailed information or the details in a lot of information. Okay. Hey, Fawn, good to see you, and thank you. Gotcha, black tourmaline, you got it. Okay, so let's do black tourmaline, and we'll do some rhodonite for Cora Carr's mom. And I just happen to know as of, like I said, I pulled a muscle in my back. Sorry about that. We happen to know Cora Carr's mom has been struggling with like lung-related issues after COVID. Rhodonite can really help with anything having to do with the lungs, whether it's allergies, autoimmune, and that's also been a thing for your mom. But this is also a stone for overcoming heartache and heartbreak, unrequited love, and also dealing with like the fallout of emotional abuse, if that happens to be a case for anyone. I often use it too for balancing yin and yang in the body. Yin is the restorative, passive, feminine-like energy. Yang is the action, excited, movement-based energy. And when they're out of balance, it's really not great. So it can be a very helpful stone in that regard too. So I'm going to bring in that for Cora Carr's mom. There we go. Self-esteem. Gotcha. like aventurine for some self-confidence. Let's use these guys. Aventurine it helps us expand our vision of our own potential, especially when we feel like, I just can't do that. I just can't do that. This is a really good, heartwarming, heart-healing stone of self-esteem. Absolutely love it for things like this. This is great for especially younger children who just feel like they've been sort of overly compared to others, and so they put themselves down. This can be a very helpful stone, but any case of self-esteem and self-doubt can be helpful. And I also want to bring in some blue kyanite. That helps. That's green aventurine. Kanisha, green aventurine. I think that should help. And I'm also going to bring in blue kyanite. Blue kyanite helps with radical self-acceptance, accepting ourselves exactly as we are. And a lot of times when we do that, it becomes a lot easier to have better self-esteem. When we feel, it's almost like we feel like we don't have to be perfect. Then it's like all of a sudden, oh. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. This is blue kyanite. Blue kyanite also helps with understanding intuitive messages that come through. But yeah, radical self-acceptance, accepting yourself exactly as you are. It's also great for neurological care, especially stroke or follow-up of stroke when it impacts mobility or ability to speak. And motivation. Oh, healing for broken leg, nerve pain. Absolutely fun. And black tourmaline. So when it comes to broken bones, we've got white howlite. This is excellent for teeth, hair, and bones. Strongly recommend it anytime you're dealing with any kind of healing in that regard. Also great for anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps us to move through those feelings meaningfully without being overwhelmed by those feelings. So I'm going to bring those in here. And I'm going to bring the black tourmaline in. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, keep energy that's really just not meant for us at bay. It's not so much a stone of like judgment. It's more a stone of like, okay, that's just not mine. That doesn't belong here. Keep it on its way. So black tourmaline, highly, highly protective. That's all done. And grounding, centering in self, releasing expectation and judgment of self and others. Absolutely. And fertility, we have epidote, unakite, carnelian. So we're good there. No motivation. Gotcha. For prehnite. There it is. Prehnite is helpful for letting go of unfair demands, which is helpful. I feel like that really is what's intuitively coming to mind too. It also aids like any connection to divinity, learning spiritual techniques, teaching spiritual techniques. It helps to aid a wandering mind so that you can be present in the present moment, especially if you are meditating, practicing any kind of energy work, anything like that. Aids in any kind of prophecy or divination, including prophetic dreams. But yeah, helping to keep the expectations that are not in alignment with our highest good at bay. Like refusing demands that are not helpful. And so yeah, overall it helps to release expectations that are just not in alignment with what's in the greater good or are just unrealistic. I also want to bring in Dumortierite for that. This aids us in standing up for ourselves. Yeah, so this can help with judgment to some extent. Also Howlite, where it comes in for anger, resentment, and things like that. That can be very helpful with releasing judgment. But Dumortierite helps with any kind of not only pent-up anger, but this helps to improve anything that needs more patience. Like if we're quick to judge others or quick to judge ourselves in that moment, it helps to give us the grace of patience in those moments of judging or anger. Either one. It's also wonderful for anything that seems hopeless and anything that has to do with tidiness as well. So I know that's been an ongoing thing too. I know I did see a request around healing stuff having to do with money. And I wanted to bring in Tourmalinated Quartz because it supports a few of these requests. This helps with what Jennifer requested in that it helps with older patterns and healings and moving those through. It can help to release those old patterns. It also helps with healing up with any kind of scar tissue. It's great for blood vessels, great for fortune and luck for any of you that are looking for that. So if that plays into your concerns around finances, that can be helpful. But also patterns from childhood where it can help Jen, and anything that seems like a grounding or release of nervous energy. Sometimes when we have that expectation or judgment of self and others, it's related to things of like nervous energy or judgment and like not having patience. These can be really helpful in those regards. And also blue kyanite, radical self-acceptance. So let's see. That can also be helpful for nerve pain too. I think the one that you just asked for spelling was Tourmalinated Quartz. The other one is Dumortierite. Dumortierite was actually a gift from Jennifer Vatsa, and she has an Etsy shop that is there you go. So the blue one was Dumortierite. These guys are Tourmalinated Quartz. Absolutely. Cool. I think we are ready to go with the exception of pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline can help with all matter of opening up the heart, divine feminine healing, letting go. It can very much help with letting go of judgment of self, especially judgment of self, but also judgment of others. It's sort of a divine, judgment-free love sort of healing stone. Very wise healing stone also. So I'm going to bring that in. That was here yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple of stones that I think would be helpful, and just based on the requests that all of you have made. And when I do that, I'm going to have you all vote, and then we will quickly explain what Reiki is and get into the healing. So go ahead and chat amongst yourselves. Let me see what I think could be helpful. Preemptive both. Oh, I'm glad, JS. I'm working on getting the rest of the readings up. I recorded them all and then there was no sound. I don't know how that happened. So I'm still recording some of them. It's been a week. So the first stone I want to offer in is Amazonite. It aids with self-respect and self-care. So this is one that is great also for spine and nerve issues. So this could also be helpful for fawn, but helps anyone who tends towards caring for others at the expense of one's self, or can put others first. It helps to rebalance that. So Amazonite, and the other one, This is orange sunstone. This is basically green aventurine, but like amped up. This helps take the limiting self-beliefs that we may have and kind of blow them out of the water, allowing us to see a totally different version of what the future could be for ourselves and what we're capable of and what we can set our goals to. So vote for Amazonite or orange sunstone, and hint, hint, you are not limited to just one vote. Yeah, OBS is great at effing up audio, and that's exactly what happened. That is precisely what occurred, Jennifer. That is precisely what occurred. So preemptive both. Okay, good. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, and then we will pop right back in and get on to the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, my name is Danielle Stimpson, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years. So if you'd like to learn more about my online Reiki classes, distance Reiki sessions, tarot readings, social media, all that good stuff, it's all linked in the description below. Usui Reiki is one of many types of energy healing, and in this particular style, named after its founder who created this particular method in the 1920s, it works with the concept of Reiki, or spiritually guided life or soul energy, in a way that, based on the understanding that we find in Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, which is sort of a social understanding of energy, in that there are certain forces, like everything has a soul and everything has energy running through it. Not just everyone, everything, including the stuff behind me, the stuff behind you, whatever, animals, plants, etc. When we talk about how all things are interconnected, we are also talking about different forces that all of us share. One of those would be Reiki. You already have this flowing through you. Your body, mind, and spirit already know how to best apply it to support your greater healing good. And it helps to bring about a sense of balance on all levels, so that you can, it's basically like your body adjusts it to the style of healing that you most need in that moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing is connecting to this energy that your body, mind, and spirit already have access to and already use all the time, and I'll be directing more of it to you to help support that. How this session shows up for you is dependent completely upon what's in your highest good and best interest right now. You may feel it physically in your body. You may feel it emotionally with different feelings coming up. You may feel it mentally with different thoughts and ideas and clarity coming to you. Intuitionally, like spiritually, in that sense of getting divine guidance, or all of the above. You may just simply feel deeply relaxed and take a nap. That is fantastic too. That's huge, and we all kind of need that. So I encourage you to enjoy your session, just sort of have an open mind and allow the session to show up in a way that supports you best, and just sort of notice. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent or focus on anything. All you need to do is just get yourself into as comfortable a position as possible and simply rest. If you'd like to cover your eyes, take a nap, great. If you'd like to include this time and this healing in another way, say journaling, music, stretching, whatever feels right to you, this is your time for your self-care. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in and invite you to take a deep breath. And at that point, I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions that you might have, and I'll be more than happy to help support you in that. Additionally, if you are watching this on the replay, again, hello from the past, go ahead and leave a comment so I can get back to you, or reach out to me through my website or the information below. I'll be more than happy to help you sort through that. During the session, I will sit back and focus on sending. You will have a great view of the grid. I will turn the music up if you'd like to learn more about the musical creator. Her information is in the description. And the lights will gently move through several different colors, although at no point will they flash or strobe. So you are good there. So thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure. Today being Friday, the next community distance Reiki is this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I will be returning Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So all the dates and times are in the description below. So thanks again for being here. Let's see what won that vote and get into the healing. So let's see, everyone. Yeah, Jennifer, it was a no audio sort of situation. So yes, we have, oh, both won. Oh, fancy that. It's always that. Lots of orange sunstone. I'm also going to add, just to balance it out, a nice big piece of rose quartz too, because who doesn't need more of that? And for Amazonite, I'm gonna also add this beautiful heart. I love that. Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay, so everybody go ahead, get nice and comfortable. Remember, you can move, bend, stretch, whatever you need to do during the session. At the end of this 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice welcome you to come back, take a deep breath, and then we will take it from there. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with you, and I'll see you in 25 minutes. you to take a deep breath in and out. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or anything to share, feel free to go ahead and use the chat. Welcome in, Samantha. Glad you're here. You're so welcome, Jure. And reminder, I'll be back at 8, so you can join me at 8. And I'll be back on Sunday at 8. So my weekly schedule is Tuesdays, 10 a.m., Wednesdays, 4 p.m., Fridays, 4 and 8, Sundays, 8. Oh, absolutely, Karen. Absolutely. I'm so sorry. Absolutely. Kanishka, you're so welcome. Sorry about that, Karen. Vincent, you're so welcome. Oh, nice. Fawn, absolutely. Going to that in-between place during a session is just amazing. But yeah, you can always sleep during Reiki, but it'll work just the same. You just might not be as consciously aware, but there's absolutely that in-between awake and asleep that feels like a wild meditation. You're not sure of where you are. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you love being here and that you feel better afterwards. I so appreciate that. And you're so welcome, Cora Carr. You're always welcome here, Fawn. I know it's, having had that same fracture, it is no joke. Absolutely here for you. And if you need any suggestions on the recovery, let me know, but acupuncture helped me a lot. You're welcome, Karen. Thank you for understanding. And if anyone's in the Philly area, I definitely do have at least 2 kittens still available that I'm fostering. One has a meeting with potential parents on Sunday. Asking for a friend is Reiki like prayer? No, but I mean, depending on your definition of prayer, it could be, absolutely. Basically, Reiki is the concept of basically that we're all interconnected and that there are many different forces in the world that we can all connect with that support our greater healing good. And by doing Reiki, we're essentially inviting in more of that energy. I hope that helps. But yeah, if you feel like your connection to spirit or to however you define spirit is more in line with that sort of interpersonal energy, then it could be absolutely seen as a prayer if that's how you kind of view it. You're welcome, Jen. You're welcome, SS Ben. Welcome in. You're welcome, Grace. You're so welcome. Yeah, don't hesitate to come back tonight at 8, Sunday at 8. And as we head into eclipse season, which is October 25th through November 8th, definitely recommend being subscribed with notifications on. I do sometimes just jump on for some random streams, especially around world events and astrology. And I feel like there might be some times where I pop on in that time to send some Reiki. Oh, I'm so glad, Fawn. Thank you. And of course, everyone, if you want to know more about online Reiki classes with me, my social media, my Discord, or any of that, all of it's in the description below. I started my practice at Philadelphia Community Acupuncture, which was at 50th in Baltimore, which has since moved to Mount Airy. There is another community acupuncture clinic at, I think it's 46th or 47th and Woodland. And she's pretty good. There's also one in South Philly near, it's near Broad and Federal. It's called Acupuncture Off Broad. I see Eva and she's amazing. I've known her for years. Philadelphia Community Acupuncture, Mount Airy. There is Summit Acupuncture, which is in like it's around like 7 and Spring Garden area, like right up in there. He's fantastic. He helped me with this, with some healing. And there's another place. Her name is Beck Jimenez, and she just opened her own practice with someone else. I believe it's on Girard Ave in Fishtown. But there's other ones too. You can always look up community acupuncture in your neighborhood, no matter where in the world you even are, but especially the US and Canada. Look for the Community Acupuncture Network website, and there's hundreds of clinics that are loosely affiliated. Oh, great. I'm so glad, JS. I'm so glad that was helpful. But yeah, everybody go ahead and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon or evening or day, wherever you happen to be in the world. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. And I know we had a sunny day, the first and many rainy here in Philadelphia. And I'm looking forward to it. Oh no, I totally understand it, JS. Yeah, I hope everyone has a beautiful day. And if you do think of any other questions, feel free to reach out. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Take care and bye for now.